Goodbye, world. All right, boom. Have fun. Good luck, my dude. Cakes. Yeah, grab some cakes. Grab some cakes, everybody. As always, if you're not dueling, be out of stealth. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. This is going to be property versus Boom. Going up first. Boom is going to have to deal with an Outlaw rogue. Try to get a knock on the guy, and that's going to be a stun. Tricky coming out of property. Of the bad. Hank should not think of popping out of stealth, man. I appreciate it. Boom is just hanging out. Plunder armor coming out by property onto Boom. And Boom is just running away from it. This is for comment for the YouTube channel. This is the same Boom, by the way. This is the same Boom. That's going to be a grappling hook for property. Trying to get up into Boom's face. Boom is going to be able to get out a Earth Ellie into Stormkeeper to follow with that racial. What buff did he get out of that roll of the bones? Got crit? Nice. I like it. That's going to be property. Still running around with a dot. Popping a heal. Boom needs to get his pet going on the other side to cut off property, but not gonna happen unless property opens up right afterwards. It looks like I think Boomer actually was able to reflame shock him at the end. That's gonna be knocked back as property gets a trinket up and running. Boom just trying to get some distance between those two. Lightning Lasso to follow while the pet is hitting him. He's just allowing the Lightning Lasso to stun him and get a few of those instants in there. Trying to get a slow and a dot onto property. And property is trying to climb behind the LOS, trying to get away from Boom. Boom is looking scary. Scary enough that he even blinded his pet just to see if he can get away. Boom just summoning another elemental. He's just gonna go thrall on his ass. Property still has his flame shock on him and now has to deal with the other pet's dots. So it's going to be impossible to re-dot him or get away. It's going to be a stun onto property. Cloak of Shadows coming out, trying to get some damage onto Boom, but I don't think he has anything here right now. He does get a stun onto Boom. That's going to be a knockback, and I think the pet is actually going to kill property while he's out there. He does get a heal. Cheat Death is coming out. Boom does get a Lightning Lasso. The pet is away, so it's really up to Boom to see if he can get any kind of procs. Does he get a Lava Burst in it? No, just going to have to shock property with Frost Shock over and over. That is going to be a meatball to finish it off. And it's going to be Zarinan. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying your name. Zarinan up next as a feral. It's going to be Boom, Alex, Tusk, me, Spart. Okay, 5 more seconds and Boom is just going to go pick up the eye so he can find the feral in the opener. Not going to let the feral get his setup. That's going to be a Lightning Lasso, so Boom can just navigate himself towards the wall where he can get a Stormkeeper up and does pop a lot of cooldowns with Trinket. Trying to get big damage into Zanarian right now. No wall coming out of Zanarian. Knockback for this Feral as he's getting heals back up and running. And Boom, I think, might actually be able to... I think Boom did go and cleanse a lot of those hots, so Zanarian is not going to have all the hots to follow. Boom is just trying to run around this guy. That's going to be Rip and Rake and Moonfire still ticking down on him. Boom making sure to reset Earthshock. Trying to go for a Healing Surge. Lava Burst to follow. And Zanarian got some damage starting to build up. There's going to be Thorns, but for Boom, it just doesn't do anything. Trying to get some heals. Bash coming out. Trinket coming out right after to follow. Lightning Lasso into Zanarian, trying to keep his health somewhat low. And Zanarian, is he ever going to Trinket any of those CC? While Boom is just building up his Maelstrom so he can get some big Earth Shocks available. Interrupts Zanarian's heal. He's just going to continue building. Does get a big Earth Shock right now. Didn't get any of the Maelstrom back though. If he got that back to back, that actually could have been big damage. And as Zanarian just trying to hide away from the Shaman God, just going to send a few meatballs flying to him. I just removed his health bar. I don't even know how I did that. Wait, hold on. Wait, enemy units. I couldn't see his health bar for whatever reason, but Boom did take out Zarinan. I don't even know what the fuck just happened. I looked at the chat for a second. And he just fucking died. Where does health bar go? Because I could see those other guys' health bars. Huh. So Boom is actually hanging in there for an LA Shaman. He was thinking like, oh, I'm dead. He's actually doing a fairly decent job, and that's going to be a big knockback onto Hank, but Hank is going to still keep chasing after him. It's going to be stunned, and it's just Boom just trying to run away. That Vendetta is going to be ticking. That was a wall to stop the Vendetta from doing any damage. Does get a slow on one end, and it's going to go for healing surges on the other. Hank is going to drop down with that wall, and looks like he's actually just going to be going for restalls over and over and over. So Boom waited out his big burst. Vendetta, not an issue anymore. Hank hanging out towards bottom. Stormkeeper coming out for Boom. Might go for some big damage. Hank trying to catch himself a restyle. Gonna be caught out in the open. And Boom is gonna get a few free zaps for him. Gonna keep a distance from this rogue. Press V to get health bars. V is actually unbound for me as a key binding for stuff like that. That's why I had to go like in the... That's why I had to go in like interface and whatnot. It looks like Hank is trying to peel back, just trying to get some distance. Dot's not coming off, and Boom is just going to keep sending meatballs at this guy. Dampen at about 5% right now. Hank's going to take a little bit more damage afterwards. And Boom is just still running as a Ghost Wolf. He's just going to run away because he heals every few seconds while he's in Ghost Wolf. Dampen is not high enough for him to really worry about anything. Stormkeeper coming out after knocking Hank Sinatra a good distance away. He's going to have an Earthshock to follow. Big Earthshock coming out. Double Earthshock. Triple Earthshock. Baby. Oh, baby, a triple. Literally a triple. Are you kidding me? That's an old ass fucking meme. And he gets a flame shock onto Hank. Hank did not expect that RNG triple Earthshock stun back to back to back. And that stun doesn't have a DR, so you can just stun over and over and over. So you got a pet stun, Earthshock 2 seconds, Earthshock 4 seconds, Earthshock 6 seconds. Back to back to back, just obliterated that rogue. Gonna get a full setup onto Boom. Boom's not gonna be able to shake him off with that nice knockback. That is gonna be Trinket coming out of Cinderella though, insta. And getting a bash into Boom, he's gonna Trinket it. Second stun onto Cinderella. Cinderella pop wall. And that's gonna be a Boom getting some heals while those bleeds are up. 16% dampening, so he at least can hang in there. There's gonna be Incarn out of Cinderella. Does he have Flame Shock? He doesn't. So it is gonna be Boom getting reopened up on. Is going to be able to reapply all their dots, but Boom is just going to continue trucking along, just trying to get some damage. Got the pet up and running, and Ghost Wolf afterwards is going to stay away, trying to get a heal in there. I think he's actually still going to be able to get a heal. It looks like Cinderella maybe missed their bash, and the Cinderella is trying to piece away now. 2 dots from him and the pet, trying to go for a re-stealth. Yeah, try to go for a restyle, but Boom isn't going to let him. Boom has the Maelstrom to get some big Earthshock damage going right now. If he gets lucky, he can get back-to-back Earthshocks. The Primal Ellie is on one side, Boom is on the other. Actually shocks the Feral out of stealth into a Lightning Lasso to follow. None of those things DR, so that's a full stun to follow right afterwards. We are playing Flame Shock. That's going to be Thorns and Wall out of Cinderella, but Boom is just continuing to run while in Ghost Wolf as much as he can. And Cinderella is just going to peace out behind the side of the pillar. In doe form, in feral form, in human form, any kind of form. Boom and get a Flame Shock set up after that stun lock combo. That's going to be stun lock coming out by Cinderella. What was that knockback? That wasn't as far as he wanted it to go. That's going to be a wall in Incarn. Full burst coming out of Cinderella. Boomin's wall is down right now. Going to get a healing surge in there though. Needs to build up for the big Maelstrom. Does have the pet doing damage to Cinderella, but he's just melting little by little. We do have Earth Shield coming back up. Stun coming in. That's not going to be a no Skull Bash. No Skull Bash! He can still heal, but his health is just... Cinderella's doing way too much damage. Ghost Wolf coming back in, into a Lightning Lasso, trying to outlive Cinderella for a little bit. Doesn't have the Maelstrom quite yet in order to take out Cinderella into back-to-back stuns. But if he has that Earth Ellie combo, he could actually do it, man. He could actually do it. Just needs to wait it out a little bit. Dampen is a little high. Does get the Earth Ellie up and running. There is a dot available on Cinderella, and Cinderella is going to poke out in the open. Just gonna get a stun lock onto Boom, and Boom could go for a stun on Cinderella. Yeah, gonna have it. Trying to get the Maelstrom in order to get the back-to-back stuns. Is he gonna get the proc? Does get a proc. He does get an Earthshock. Another Earthshock to follow. And still has an Earthshock for the next Feral. Come at him right now, boy. Healing surges are coming out. Try to reheal himself as best as he can. Maelstrom is there and ready. This next Feral could honestly take out Boom and no wall available or nothing. That back-to-back stun with a pet. That's gonna be a stun by Boomtastic. Did set up his leap after his opener. That's going to Boom getting a full stun lock onto the Feral. Needs to get a little bit more Maelstrom. Does get a Flame Shock into Boomtastic. He's going for healing surges while he has a Boomtastic. The Feral is going to be catching up to Shaman. Boom needs to get himself an Instacast going. He does get enough for a Maelstrom setup. Does get an Earthshock in there. Doesn't get the RNG for the Earthshock, but is going to line up another pet stun after his stun. The Feral is going to get himself full hots and is going to get back in there, trying to deal damage to Boomin. Wall is available right now. He's going to get those big bites in there. I think he actually kicked him on the on Fire Spike. He did. So Boom is going to at least be able to cast heals on himself. Going to be able to get some damage as Boomtastic is going to try to get behind the pillar and escape. Those zaps are actually doing quite a bit of damage. And as long as there's a hot available on Boomtastic, he's just going to be healing up every single time he has a go. That's going to be Boom trying to stop the Feral from getting his setup. There's going to be Moonfire spam coming out by the Feral, though. Boom has almost enough Maelstrom in order to get this done. Tricky coming out of the Feral. Big knock coming in. The Feral could either choose to go behind the pillar or continue running after Boom, and he is going to keep running. That's going to be a stun by Boom. Didn't get the Maelstrom needed, and my music just stopped playing, which I really don't like. YouTube, can we stop doing that in the future? Thank you so much, YouTube. I appreciate it. Boom is going to get himself a full re-heal. Boomtastic is about half health, not able to get himself full resets. Wants to make sure that the bleeds are running. That's going to be an earthquake coming down, and the Feral was not knocked down by it. Lightning Lasso onto the Feral's Incarn, though. Big Regrossi coming out. Boom is trying to maintain his health at the same time. That is going to be a dot onto the Feral, so we'll be able to at least see him for a while. It is the dot from the pet, which is exactly what Boom needed. 52% dampening, so this opportunity for Boom or the Feral to get a kill. That's going to be the shortest knockback for the Feral. Bash coming onto Boom. All those dots are available. He's just hopping into Ghost Wolf form, trying to get whatever heals he can. Going for healing surges while he has the mana. And needs to just run in Ghost Wolf, heal in Ghost Wolf every 2%, 3% actually, every 2 seconds. Gonna pick up the eye so you can see the Feral from a mile away. Gonna go for healing surges, is gonna get a flame shock on the Feral, maybe even a slow to follow. That is gonna be the Feral leaping in. It's gonna be Lightning Lasso onto the Feral. Boom still doesn't have the Maelstrom to get the big damage going, but maybe he can get an elemental going or something. Trying to get whatever damage he can, just whatever instance he can onto the Feral, and as soon as the Feral is away, just going to go for recovery. So the Feral is going to do exactly the same thing. Boom has plenty of mana and mana regen in order to, I think, win the healing battle of this. But with dampening making it harder and harder, honestly, it could be anyone's game. Still, it doesn't have the Maelstrom wall coming out of the Feral, so Boom is just going to dip into Ghost Wolf and just going to keep running. Does have the Maelstrom, can do for big damage. Is going to have it. Does have the Elemental Pet. Does get a stun on the side. Not going to get the Maelstrom recovery after that. And that's going to be the Feral getting away from Boom. If only he had the RNG of getting an extra Earthshock back to back to just smack this Feral around, then he might be able to do it. And Boomtastic is going to engage. Boom is trying to build up for Maelstrom. It could be anyone's game. The Feral needs to reapply all of his dots. I think Boom actually has the opportunity to win this duel. It's going to be bashed into Boom. Big bites, and Boom might have the Earthshock. Still Earthshocks the guy, even if he's not going to get himself a full stun. So for anybody who says Elemental Shaman's is shit, why don't you just watch Boom play?